Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a question that's, well, absolutely critical for the future of our planet.
Which is?
How do we really know that carbon removed from the atmosphere actually stays removed?
The permanence question. It's huge.
Exactly. And specifically, we're diving deep into the world of biochar. You know, that material with immense promise for long-term carbon storage.
Right.
So our mission today is to understand the cutting-edge science behind verifying that permanence.
And how that verification builds trust and ultimately drives real climate action.
For you, our listener, this deep dive is really about getting under the hood, understanding the scientific bedrock that proves these carbon removal efforts aren't just, good intentions.
But genuinely effective permanent solutions. That's the key.
And to guide us through this, we'll be unpacking a fascinating platform called Fusinite.
Fusinite.com.
Which is designed to be your trusted partner in, well, verified carbon storage. Okay, so the voluntary carbon market is just exploding, right?
It really is. And with it, a huge amount of interest in solutions like biochar.
But there's a fundamental challenge here, isn't there?
Definitely.
Without really solid verification, rock-solid proof, how can we be sure these efforts are actually permanent?
Not just temporary fixes. That's the core issue.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see, carbon removal actually has natural pathways. There's mineralization, where carbon becomes a stable mineral.
Right, like rocks.
Sort of, yeah. And then there's mass sterilization. That's how organic matter transforms into incredibly stable forms like coal over geological time.
Okay.
And biochar through this process called pyrolysis.
Which is basically heating biomass without oxygen.
Precisely.
Right.
It aims to mimic that natural organic pathway, turning plant material into a stable, carbon-rich form.
But the crucial question, as you said, is how stable is stable?
We need to measure it. We need hard numbers.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're focusing on Fusinite.com. It's described as the world's first dedicated platform for carbon dioxide removal producers, CDR producers.
That's right.
So what exactly does Fusinite do?
Well, Fusinite provides advanced independent verification and certification services, specifically for secure carbon storage.
For biochar producers, biocoke, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Biochar, biocarbon, biocoke producers. Their main goal is to help these producers achieve the absolute highest standards of carbon storage reliability.
How?
Through rigorous, scientifically peer-reviewed analyses. And they back this up with a global network of specialized labs and researchers.
And what makes their approach really interesting, I think, is the name itself, Fusinite.
Yes.
Can you tell us why that specific name is so significant?
Absolutely. The name Fusinite comes directly from Fusinite, which is a type of Inertinite maceral.
Okay, Inertinite maceral.
Think of Inertinite as the gold standard of natural carbon permanence. It's what you find in coal, other carbonaceous materials.
And it's super stable.
Extremely stable. It's known for its very high carbonization and, crucially, its remarkable resistance to oxidation and decay over, millions of years.
Wow.
So by choosing this name, Fusinite isn't just being clever. They're signaling their core commitment.
Which is?
To verify carbon storage to the same exacting standards of stability, durability, and permanence that nature itself has proven.
That's a powerful claim, gold standard permanence over geological timescales. But you're saying this isn't just marketing speak.
Not at all. It's rooted deeply in science.
Okay, so to really get this, we need to look at the research behind it. Can you walk us through the findings? I think there was a key study, Sinai et al., 2024, assessing biochar's permanence, an Inertinite benchmark.
Yes, that's the one. A pivotal study. It essentially confirms that biochar, if it's produced through controlled pyrolysis, genuinely transforms biomass feedstock into this Inertinite maceral.
So into that permanently stable form of organic carbon.
Exactly. And what's crucial here is the kinetic modeling in the study. It specifically confirmed Inertinite's carbon stability over geological timescales, not just years or decades.
Geological.
And here's the kicker. The research found that an impressive 76%, 3/4 of the analyzed biochar samples actually qualified as pure Inertinite.
76%. Wow.
Yeah, it really underscores the potential here. Significant potential for permanent carbon storage in well-produced biochar.
76% is impressive, definitely. But what about the other 24%? What does that tell us? Does it mean some biochar isn't as permanent?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And yes, it highlights that not all biochar is created equal. Production parameters, temperature, time, feedstock, they matter hugely.
So that other 24% might be less stable.
It could indicate less efficient carbonization or perhaps different feedstock characteristics leading to a different structure. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not pure inertinite.
And that's where Fusinite comes in, to help producers improve.
Precisely. Fusinite's methods are designed to give producers the data to understand these variations.
So they can see, okay, my char is X% inertinite.
Exactly. And then they get insights to refine their process, maybe tweak the temperature, adjust residence times, change how they prepare the feedstock.
To push that percentage higher, towards that pure inertinite.
That's the goal, to consistently achieve a higher percentage, maximizing the verifiable carbon permanence.
Okay, so how does Fusinite actually apply this science for producers? They use something called the Inertinite Benchmark Method, IBO2, or random reflectance row. Sounds technical.
It is technical, but the principle is straightforward. This method gives a precise measurement of the inertinite carbon content in the biochar.
As a percentage?
Usually as a dry weight percentage, yes. And it includes a certification for each sample they analyze.
How do they measure it?
The core analysis uses two main techniques. First, random reflectance row. They literally measure how reflective the tiny carbon particles are under a microscope.
And more reflective is better.
Generally, yes. High reflectivity signals greater carbonization and stability. It's similar to how geologists assess coal quality.
Okay, what's the second technique?
The molar hydrogen to carbon ratio, or HC ratio. This tells us how much hydrogen is left relative to carbon in the structure.
Less hydrogen means more pure carbon.
Essentially, yes. A lower HC ratio means a more condensed, stable carbon structure, indicating greater permanence. They also measure things like reactive secondary hydrocarbons.
Why? What are those?
Those can indicate potential instability or unreacted material, so measuring them is important for the full picture.
So for you, the producer listening, what kind of real actionable insights do you get from this? It's not just a number, right?
Absolutely, not just a number. The detailed digital report you receive highlights your production's efficacy. It gives you key quality indicators.
Like what?
Like spontaneous combustion risk, which is vital for safe handling and storage.
Yeah, important.
And thermal diffusivity that helps you understand how efficiently heat moves through your material during pyrolysis, which affects the final quality.
So it helps optimize the process too.
Exactly. All of this combines to give you precise, reliable measurements of your biochar's carbon permanence. Real data you can act on.
That report sounds incredibly valuable already. But Fusinite takes it a step further, offering something called the Inertinite Gold Digital Certificate. What's that about?
Ah, the gold certificate. That's basically a mark of excellence. Exceptional quality and permanence.
How do you get it?
It's awarded to biochar products that demonstrate over 95% inertinite content based on their analysis.
95%. Okay.
It's more than just, a validation stamp. It's a really clear signal of your product's long-term carbon sequestration potential.
So buyers and regulators see that gold certificate and know.
They know it's backed by rigorous third-party science. It demonstrates a serious commitment to climate action, moving beyond just claims to scientifically proven permanence.
That certificate sounds like a game changer for market visibility and trust. And you mentioned it's available online to carbon creditors, regulators, buyers. How does that digital aspect change things?
It dramatically streamlines transactions. Think about it.
Yeah.
Instead of mailing reports or waiting for someone to verify claims,
You just click a link.
pretty much, buyers and regulators can instantly access this proof of permanence. It accelerates decision-making, builds trust immediately.
And I saw a note here. It's now available for free for qualified samples,
That's huge, yes. It removes a significant cost barrier for producers.
making it easier to get that premium price.
Exactly. It helps them secure that premium pricing in the voluntary carbon market and gives them a real competitive edge by making top-tier verifiable quality much more accessible.
Okay, so that gold certificate is the top benchmark, but Fusinite doesn't stop there. They offer a whole suite of, I think, 13 specialized reports.
Right, a comprehensive suite.
We don't need to list all 13, but can you give us a feel for the kind of deeper insights these offer? What do they tell you beyond just the permanence score?
Absolutely. Think of it as a complete diagnostic toolkit for your biochar. These reports aren't just about proving permanence. They're about giving you actionable insights to optimize your entire production process.
For example?
Well, one key report uses the pseudo-Van Crevelen diagram.
It was fancy.
It is, but basically it's like a detailed chemical fingerprint of your biochar. It visually maps its carbonization journey, showing chemical composition and how stable it is at a molecular level.
What else?
Another vital one is hydrocarbon potential, or HCP. That evaluates if there's any remaining potential for hydrocarbons to be generated or released.
So checking it won't slowly off gas or something.
Exactly. It helps understand bio-oil extraction efficiency, if that's relevant, and overall stability. Other reports look at things like the specific forms of carbon present, potential risks, like that spontaneous combustion we mentioned.
They even correlate production temperature with molecular changes.
Yes, helping you pinpoint those critical temperature thresholds needed to achieve maximum carbon stability, that sort of molecular aromatization.
So it's really about fine-tuning everything.
Precisely. Giving you the data to tweak your process for the best possible performance, quality, and security.
With all this detailed data, this specific methodology, how does it stack up globally? Is this Fusinite approach recognized by the big players in carbon removal?
That's a crucial question, and yes, their methodology has gained significant traction. It's been adopted by leading standards and biochar carbon authorities.
Like who?
Well, frameworks like the River Standard, specifically their BiCRS protocols for biomass carbon removal, also isometric protocols for biochar in soils.
Okay.
It's also recognized by the European Biochar Industry Consortium, EBI, by companies like Carboculture, and the Global Biochar Sea-Sink Standard.
So pretty broad acceptance.
Very broad. Even the European Union's climate action initiatives include reviews of carbon removals via biochar, and Fusinite's approach aligns with that rigorous perspective.
So this widespread adoption really underlines its scientific credibility.
Absolutely. It shows the rigor and the market relevance.
Yeah.
It means their verification isn't just some niche thing, it's becoming a recognized benchmark internationally.
Okay, let's get practical. For you, the producer listening, maybe you're thinking about this. What's the actual process? How do you get your biochar certified with Fusinite? Is it complicated?
No, they've designed it to be very straightforward, actually. User-friendly.
How does it work?
You basically log into their online platform, you purchase the analysis service you need, then you ship your biochar sample to one of their network labs. They have them globally.
Okay.
You submit your product information online, just basic details, and then you can track the status of your sample in real time through the dashboard.
So you know where it is in the process.
Exactly. Once the analysis is done, you get your results, those comprehensive digital reports, directly through your online dashboard.
Seems pretty streamlined. And what's that online reporting dashboard like to use?
From what I understand, it's quite intuitive. It's designed specifically for managing and analyzing your biochar data.
What can you do there?
It has features like customizable plotting tools, so you can visualize the data how you want. Interpretive graphs that make complex data easier to grasp.
Yeah. Shareable reports, too.
Yes. Shareable reports you can send directly to buyers, regulators, whoever needs to see them. The whole point is giving you personalized, actionable insights right at your fingertips.
So stepping back a bit, beyond the fantastic science, what are the main sort of tangible reasons a biochar producer would choose Fusinite over maybe other options?
There are several really compelling reasons, I think.
Okay.
First, it's that science-backed assurance. You're leveraging deep expertise in advanced thermochemical characterization and organic, and finally, dedicated support, knowing you have expert scientific guidance available throughout the process.
And I saw they also offer things like a premium membership for discounts and consultation.
Yes, they have a membership option that gives discounted rates on analyses and includes complimentary virtual consultations with their expert scientists.
So you can really pick their brains.
Exactly. And they've also recently announced partnerships with significant players like Carbon Future and Biochar Europe.
Which signals they're really becoming integrated into the ecosystem.
It definitely signals their growing influence in integration in the space. They're building a robust ecosystem around verified permanence.
So let's bring it all together. What does this all mean for the bigger picture, for the carbon removal landscape? This deep dive into Fusinite, it really highlights just how critical this precise third-party scientific verification is.
It really does. It's fundamental.
It feels like we're moving beyond just hopeful claims or estimates.
Towards verifiable, scientifically proven, permanent carbon storage. That's the shift.
Yeah.
Indeed. You know, knowledge is most valuable when it's not just understood in theory, but actually applied to solve real-world problems.
And Fusinite seems like a prime example of that application.
I think so. It represents a crucial step in standardizing and validating biochar's role, its vital role in climate action.
Giving us confidence.
Exactly. Giving us the confidence to know that what's claimed to be removed from the atmosphere truly stays removed. That's foundational for building a credible, effective carbon market.
So for you listening, here's something to think about. How might this level of detail, third-party scientific verification like what Fusinite is doing for biochar, how might that transform other emerging climate technologies?
That's a fascinating question. Imagine applying similar rigor to direct air capture or enhanced weathering.
Right. And what does this rigorous approach, really centered on deep scientific proof, mean for building even greater trust across the board?
And for truly incentivizing rapid innovation in this whole global effort to combat climate change.
Lots to consider there.